What's up everyone, welcome back to my top 10 setups of the day series. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more of these amazing setups. Our first setup of the day comes from LSK Deck, who lives in Zambia, Africa. This is a super slick and minimal setup designed for coding. That monitor is an Asus VG27W GQ1B monitor that's mounted to a ViaZen monitor and laptop arm. Below that, we're looking at an MX Keys keyboard and Sony WH-1000XX-M4 headset. This is a fantastic all-business setup that seems perfect for productivity. This next setup comes to us from user Benza111 and their amazing cat. This setup uses a Malm IKEA desk with Dell and Predator monitors mounted to a Huano arm. Beneath the monitors are some Creative Pebble speakers and a Razer DefAdder Elite mouse with Destiny 2 theming. On the right of the desk is the OP's PC with a Meshify C case and a purple front plate that gives it a super unique look. Up next we've got this setup from Shoe Sorry, which is one of the most cluttered and yet organised setups that we've ever featured. The tech in this setup is pretty minimal, with an MSI monitor, a Logitech mouse and a Corsair Strafe keyboard. Where this setup gets its appeal is in its apparent dirtiness and in the organised mess from the variety of wires and machines. Is anyone else mainly curious about the whiteboard behind the monitor that just says Blood Machines? Any Quentin Tarantino fans will go nuts over this next build by Kurt the Human. For gear, we're looking at some really nice peripherals, including a glorious Model O mouse in white, a Logitech headset, and a huge Corsair desk mat. Obviously, the most noticeable decorations in this build are those Tarantino themed posters on the wall. But if you look on the left, you'll notice some boxes being used as decorations that flex the OP's GeForce RTX. I really like the simplicity of this setup with a mix of RGB and fun decor, but I would love to see some more cohesion between the gear and the decor, such as a Tarantino wallpaper. Our number 6 spot comes to us from MrBobbyBoy, and is a great example of how to use greenery to make a super zen and peaceful setup. For this awesome dual monitor setup, we're looking at an Asus monitor that comes with a Xiaomi Mi screen bar on top, with an impressive LG 34GN850B monitor beneath it. Both of these monitors are mounted to the classic Vivo vertical monitor arm. Behind the bottom monitor you can barely see the OP's headphones, which are actually a pair of Sense HD6XX headphones. The decor for this setup is absolutely immaculate, with a great mix of natural woods and real plants, as well as one of the best Nanoleaf light configurations that we've ever featured. At the halfway point in our list, we've got this super minimal setup from user Broth91. That sweet monitor is a 34-inch Samsung QHD monitor on a Vivo single arm mount with screen bar. This super minimalist setup is being powered by a MacBook, and is perfect for anyone trying to make their workspace as productive as possible. I normally always ask to see some more decoration and spice added to setups, but the minimalist look for this setup works really well, and I think this is a fantastic example of how to do a minimalistic build without it being too empty. Get ready to feel a little blue with this setup from This Is NotJar. Their display is a 27-inch Dell U2719D monitor, which is flanked by two Logitech Z200 speakers. In front of those you can see a Corsair mouse, a Cooler Master SK630 keyboard, and a PlayMax mousepad. On the right we've got a PC with a B550M MSI Mag Mortar motherboard in a Zigmatic Cyclops case, which is a brand that we've never actually featured before. Last but not least, we've got that comfortable looking HHG EARS SM115 gaming chair. The lighting in this setup is so good and it really helps sell the whole build. Next we've got another super blue setup, this time from user SergioOne. They've got a really nice 3-monitor setup with 2 horizontal stacked monitors with 1 vertical monitor, which gives the whole build a really unique look. Below the monitors we've got someone who is clearly a Razer fan, rocking both Razer mouse and a Razer Black Widow V3 Pro keyboard. I really like the lighting and RGB in this setup, with the great mix of blue and pink. That being said, I would love to see some more decoration to be added to this build, such as some trinkets on the desk or some wall art. At our second to last spot on this list, we've got this super cozy and aesthetic setup from Deputy Rage. For this dual monitor setup, we've got two 24-inch Acer monitors, both without bezels and on a Vivo dual monitor stand. Hanging beneath that classic IKEA desk and Alex drawers is a pair of SteelSeries Arctis 5 headphones. To the right, we've got a very slick PC that houses a Ryzen 5 2700X, an RX 570, and 16GB of RAM. To top off the whole setup, they've got a set of nanoleaf lights in a super cool windmill pattern. Last but not least, we have our number one spot today, which goes to this amazing setup from Britney. We've clearly got a huge fan of Alienware here, with an AW510 keyboard, a 34-inch AW3418DW monitor, and a mouse, headset, and mousepad from Alienware as well. If you're looking for something that isn't from Alienware, you can take a peek at those adorable pink nanoleaf lights. And that is the end of today's list. Check out a description for a list of a lot of the gear that I've mentioned in the video. If you want to see more of these incredible setups, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a comment down below on which setup you think should have been number one.